Brennan King here, joined by Firebirds reliever Zach Willeman. Zach, thanks for joining me. And your first year on the Cape, and you originally came up as the Firebirds setup man for Brandon Belak, but since you've been pitching at different spots in the games, anywhere from the 5th inning to the 8th inning. So how do you keep yourself composed and able to pitch in any of those situations?
Really just the same thing happens every time. When Coach Quinn calls down, tells me to get ready, I get hot, and then go in the game. And when Coach Kelly takes me out, or if I finish an inning and he says you're done, I'm done, and I cheer on my teammates. Pretty much doesn't really change.
And you come over to the Cape from Kent State, the Golden Flashes, and on the mound this summer, is there anything that yourself or Kent State really wanted you to focus on this summer?
Big thing was fastball command, get that down, and then also work on getting a bigger arsenal with a changeup and a slider cutter type deal. I've been really working on my changeup lately, and it's looking really well. And then also I'm going to keep working on my cutter, and hopefully that comes around.
And let's talk about that pitching arsenal. Last night you pitched in Chatham, and D1 baseball writer and scout Frankie Polari was watching you closely and even tweeted about you that he was really impressed with your fastball and your slider, especially with the fastball because it was coming in at 94 and had some tailing movement. So how do you throw that hard and are able to get in the strike zone every time?
I just rear back and throw it. Try to separate my hands early, get my arms going through, and locate my fastball really well, and make sure I get that on a downward plane and use different pressure points on my fingers to make the ball move in different ways.
And you're a hard thrower. Who are some pitchers that you look up to in the majors that also throw hard, and some guys you cheer on?
Two big guys that come out to me are Zach Greinke and Justin Verlander. I've been a Tigers fan my whole life and watched Verlander grow throughout the years. I really looked up to Verlander, want to be like Verlander someday, obviously. And obviously Greinke's a great pitcher too, and I would like to be like him too, and that's my goal. And
finally, we're both going back to school here in the next couple of weeks. Pretty crazy that the summer has flown by so quick. But when you go back to school, back to the MidAmerican Conference at Kent State, you're going to have experience facing some of the best hitters in the country, whether it's from the East, the West, or the Midwest here in the Cape League. All the talent comes in. So do you think next year, pitching in the MidAmerican Conference, that puts you at an advantage since you face these hitters?
I think it puts me at a little bit of advantage. Facing these great hitters from everywhere in the country really helps me work on my pitches and make sure I dominate these hitters up here. And then when I get back to the Mid-American Conference, that conference also has wonderful hitters, just make sure I go back and dominate them, get ahead, and get them out.
Zach Willeman, this year 18 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts. Zach, thanks so much for joining me. The Firebirds square off against the Chatham Anglers tonight. First pitch at 7 o'clock.